Network. Hello, everybody. Welcome back to Bloodlines, the weekly game with the two animals and the short guy. Who wants to do the recap?
Not me.
I'll do the recap. How
Thank you,
about that?
Josh.
How about that? I'll stop what I was doing. I'm just typing more of my backstory I keep forgetting about. Okay. I have that last session was session 9. That
Correct.
we were fighting a spooky ghost. And we missed a lot, but the fight was pretty easy outside of that. And we made it through the swamp in only one day because Aster rolled so well on knowing how nature swamps. And that got us to Steve's launch. A guard questioned Aster for a little bit at the gates, and we went to check out the docks. And we split up to check out the boat options. We spotted on the way to the docks an inn named Diamond in the Rough, a smithy named Hammer and Sword, a tavern called the Rope and Pulley, and the inn Buccaneer's Respite. The boat options we discovered are as follows. The Sea Crester was a larger passenger ship that cost 30 silver per room. It was destined for a loggia. Trostland's Runner lurked for the Low Shields, but I rolled badly, so it had already left earlier that day. And then Mello found a boat called the Tally Ho, which was a small private vessel that was 50 silver per person. We settled on the Sea Crester, and Ronan paid for 2 adjacent rooms. And then we headed to the Buccaneer's Respite, where we briefly talked with Martin Glassblower, who charged us 5 silver per room for 2 rooms. We slept and woke up early to head to Dock 4, where the Captain Roger Johnson eventually announced as we were underway that we would be taking a layover in Bethanomus?
Yeah,
Bethanomus?
something around those
Bathnomus?
lines.
Yeah, I'm gonna go with Bathinomus. Bathinomus. Well, that one.
Yeah.
We docked there, which is a bit out of the way, but we docked there, and Aster, being the only person on the deck, spotted the water ganassi from the very first session, the one who had drawn number 50, and they were fishing. And then Aster went to talk to them, stepped in a bucket, and fell over. Liquaxis was their name, and they explained that the scrambled wagons returned to uh, Kingstop. Everyone was declared a traitor, but you managed to escape and came back here to fish. Aster caught a fish and then left. And as he was leaving, a few interesting people boarded the boat, one of them being a tall woman with white hair, scars, battle armor, and a large scythe, who is one of the Reapers, which is a non-governmental organization that hunts beings that have lived too long, like a lich, perhaps. And then I repeated basically everything I learned to everyone. And then there was some shenanigans with going to get food, and the Reaper briefly accosted Mello, but despite him presenting his Johnson, she
Yeah.
was not impressed and left.
Yeah,
And that's everything that I got.
that covers it. You may regain your inspiration.
Let's go.
Yeah, so I believe we'll be probably picking up, let's say, right after dinner. Let's go with that. Right, we're after dinner. You are finishing polishing it off, filling in the corners, as some people would say. And over the pipe system, whatever it's called, uh, you hear the voice of your Captain Roger Johnson.
Johnson.
Greetings, passengers. We are approaching Eloja, and we will be docking in roughly 30 minutes to an hour. Please gather your things and be ready to disembark. Have your identification ready for the customs.
Do we have identification?
Do I have a?
We have identification.
We have identification.
That
That whole room just looks at each other real quick. Like, do we have identification?
You guys not have identification?
Yeah, so Aster definitely has
No.
this is a thing. Actually, let's see. Ooh, what would this be, is there like a sociology stat or something
No.
that isn't history? Okay, I'm just gonna have Mello and the Ronin roll history to see if they know, or they can choose to fail if they wish.
History on.
I'll give it a go.
Hey. Okay,
Why
so the Ronin, you know, since that's perfect, Swissy, perfectly in character. You don't know anything about how the sociology of this works. However, the Ronin, you know, because you lived in the Basalt Demiarchy for a while, which is the neighbor to this country, that specifically in Grasslands Federations, they have a system of identification called identification crystals. This is not something that is common outside of it. A few people in Basalt probably use it because it is like a joint venture between the two countries. The crystals were discovered in the Basalt Demiarchy, and the magic that runs them was perfected by the Grasslanders. The Aster almost certainly has one, unless he lost it. Mello definitely
I
doesn't.
don't know
He's not-
anything.
He's not forgetful. He's
Mhm.
just naive.
Yeah, Mello doesn't have one. I guess it's possible that the Ronin could have one, but that's up to Soups. Soup, okay.
Absolutely not. I gave up my name. What would I be identified by?
And Goldie and the Princess also do not have identification.
Yeah. Is that going to be a problem? Aster, you would know more.
Yeah, so Aster
yes.
knows that there is sort of like a mini immigration process when foreigners come, and they get their own for the duration of their stay.
Kind of
Yeah,
wild that they
so
let us
there's
on
a-
without it.
It basically means there's some bureaucracy we're gonna have to go through. It's gonna leave more of a paper trail. Because otherwise you would, be an illegal entrant.
I see.
In my brain,
In
No, I
my
should have
brain,
thought
I
about
briefly
these
considered, what if I just,
yeah.
in my brain, I just thought to myself, what if I just dove off the boat and swam to shore?
But
I'm not gonna do that. The Ronin wouldn't do that.
As funny
as it would be.
Yeah, and I'm sure there's guards around. I didn't write them, but they probably exist.
Yeah, probably. I can't be the first person in history to think of jumping off the boat before it docks and swimming to shore to avoid paperwork.
You are not. You're not the first.
Oh. Yeah,
So I mean, I guess we would just have to. I mean, Aster has a crystal, and his natural inclination would be that the other two just get crystals. Unfortunately, that also means that we have to check with our 3 companions to see if they have identification.
Yeah, I guess I look to them and like, do you have any sort of
Well,
identification?
Juniper
the
wouldn't
thing
have
is,
anything named for
this
Juniper.
specific identification is only used in the Grasslands. This is not like an international type thing. Mostly the identification call is for people who are returning, who have been here before, or more primarily just live there. If you have identification, your thing will go much faster. It's like having the fast pass at the airport.
Oh
Ah.
no! Ah! All of Defunct Land's video plays in my head. Ah!
All at once? That's really fast.
It sucked. This is. Yeah, I mean, I guess everyone would just have to go through the immigration process except me.
Yeah, that's cool. I can deal with that.
Yeah, I guess.
I don't. I mean,
Oh,
otherwise it's gonna
shit.
be a pain to like.
The wanted posters
in
never had our
cities.
names on it, right?
No,
No.
they only
No,
had likenesses.
they don't think they know our names.
I don't
And
have.
I
a name.
assume fucking.
We're
what's his
also
face
in
knew
a
our
different.
names.
We're also now on a different continent, so hopefully
Yeah,
the
and-
word hasn't reached this far.
and a
We're in a
different
different
country.
jurisdiction, so.
Yeah, true.
They can't arrest
It's like
you if they
when you
catch
leave Whiterun after killing everybody, and then you're good in Solitude.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So
exactly.
As long
Skyrim
so we
metaphors.
shouldn't do anything to cause trouble with the local authorities if we can avoid
Now,
it.
is it going to be
I would never.
a problem that this is not the Ronin talking, it's me talking, although I suppose I could just ask. Is it going to cause an issue if Juniper is in disguise?
Well, I don't see why it would. They're not going to know what she looks like. right?
I just didn't know if the
I don't
immigration
know, they might
process
have
had some
detect
sort of
magic,
like
I guess.
anti-magic thing.
That would cost a lot
I
of
sup-
money and effort, really.
I suppose it depends how much they care. I've never been through this way.
Yeah, Aster probably doesn't know
Is
the
it going to be a
specifics.
problem that I don't have a name?
I don't know. I've always had one.
I
Yeah?
guess you could always go by the Ronin.
First name
I'll-
The,
I'll-
last
well,
name Ronan.
I suppose we'll see if that flies.
I'm sure it'll be fine.
I mean, my name's long and weird.
Mellow's
Compared to
only
yours.
2 syllables.
I thought your
Normal to
name.
me, though.
I thought your name
What?
was Mellow, leaf on the mellow wind,
Maybe I
not
can
long
just
and weird.
maybe I can just fill out my paperwork and say this field intentionally left blank for name.
Maybe.
I mean, I'm sure it'll be fine. You can't be the first
You could
person
just let
that
them know the
has
circumstances.
given up your name to come through here.
I'm sure it'll be fine.
Really, bureaucracy is not normally as exciting as you'd expect. If you don't know anything, and usually you just have to ask, and it just takes more time. We'll get through it, probably.
How do the rest
I
of
have
us
hope.
feel? I say, looking at the NPCs.
Let's see. That's a good question. Let's see.
I mean, we're going to have to go through this process one way or another. I'd prefer to not have to fight in this country too. At least
Why
not
is that even the
immediately
question?
upon
Couldn't we just go through
disembarking.
the process?
Sorry, what was that, Mellow?
Wondering why it's even a question. Couldn't we just go through the process?
Yeah, I don't know why we're
Like, why
worried
are we
about this
trying
at
to-
all. Like, I really don't.
Why
I
are we
don't
trying
see
to
it.
MacGyver this one?
Yeah, I have no idea. I'll be honest. I'm not. I don't see why this. I mean, there's not really.
It's
an
not an
option.
obstacle.
Yeah, I mean, we're gonna do it. I just want to know how the NPCs feel, if they have any sort of opinions.
Oh,
No.
Mongoose picks up.
No,
I'd
sure they
rather
do.
actually go through the legal garbage. I'm trying to live here.
That's a good point.
I'd rather not have
Yeah.
to plead to a third country.
Yeah, Aster's sort of just slightly bemused by this. He's like, well, yeah, I mean, what else would we do? Are we gonna become fugitives here too? That's
Sound like
both
I'm going
main
to
continents.
Ideally, no.
I
Well,
mean, I don't know the Ronin. It seems like you're trying to get exiled to like a small uncharted island
If
and
you
be wanted everywhere else.
If you became a wanted fugitive here, that would leave the Basalt Demiarchy and the Queenswood. One of which is actively trying to kill someone when you're with, and the other that the Ronin ran away from on account of family.
That's a good point.
Family things.
You're
is a
gonna
weird
run
way to
yourself out
describe
of
it.
options. I think we just go become nice, law-abiding citizens, as we have been this whole time, frankly. And
True.
we see where it
We've
goes.
never done anything wrong in our lives.
We have not. It's true.
Ronan looks into the middle distance.
I'm glad I'm not the only one.
Aster nods, not noticing. He's like, yeah, that's what I've been saying. Well, anyway. I'm all set to go. You guys got your stuff?
Likewise, I've
Mello,
already
your
gathered
Johnson's
everybody's
tucked
things.
away?
Yes, I have no things.
I've gathered everybody's things but the Ronin. Whatever.
Is the Ronin and one of Ronin's things.
I pick up my hat and my sword, my two possessions.
Ah, but if you recall, the most wonderful reindeer of all, I was wearing the Ronin's hat last time we spoke.
I don't think I just let you keep my hat because we.
For the entire
just kidding.
ride where you were locked in a room, vomiting?
Nah, I'm just kidding. I didn't vom. I came close.
Yeah?
Anyway, yeah, let's fucking go. We've been here too long.
As you are talking about,
Getting real berserk in here.
as you,
It's the hotel
haven't even-
situation.
We're never gonna get off the boat.
you've been on this boat for a good while. So as you are finishing up this talk between all what was this, 6 of you? You once again over the voice tubes you hear, "We are now docking at Hello. Everyone,
We should really,
please disembark."
We should really run
Someone needs to get that guy a
something through that
lozenge.
Yeah. Well, I thought it was the pipes. Maybe
That is the pipes.
Maybe it's something to do with the like the humidity or heat of the pipes. What if they super chilled the pipes so the sound could bounce easily? Have you had enough wizards? Casting prestidigitation. Aster trails off, contemplating.
I hope
The
we're
Ronin
wrong.
begins heading. Yeah,
Ronin
the Ronin
shuffles
shuffles everybody out of the room so we can start leaving.
All right. As you come up on the main deck of the ship, you can actually get a pretty decent view of Aloja. Let's see. As the sea cruster comes into the dock district, the party can see before them a small village that seems to be almost entirely made of docks, with a smattering of houses to the south.
Dock City.
It's not even like enough to be a city. It's just like dock town.
You
It
literally
doesn't-
said a city entirely made of docks.
Dock
So what else was I gonna
municipality.
say?
Did I say city? It said a small village that seems to be made almost
Ah,
entirely of docks.
Maybe that is what was said. Who can say?
I'm reading from my notes.
Lucy, please.
Yeah, but I know.
So
Yeah,
silence.
As you come up on deck, you notice that there is already like a single file line heading off the boat.
We get
Get
in it.
in line.
Yep.
Oh,
Yeah.
yes.
Yeah, I was going to say, you gotta tell me when you do things. You are in line. After,
I think what
several-
confuses
We
us
do
is
the
when
process
when
of
you're
getting
like,
off the boat up until registration for
Yeah.
immigration.
Yeah, as you are walking down the docks through the landing area, you find yourselves at a split. At the split, there is a desk with a bored sea tiefling behind it, picking at his quill. As you approach, he looks up and picks up a page of parchment. Looks at, let's see, who's in front? Probably,
I think we would have shoved Aster in the front because he knows what he's doing.
Okay. Aster, are you in front?
Aster's in the front. Sure.
Yes. First time? Asked the tiefling.
No. Being here?
Alright.
No.
Identification.
Oh, yep. I've got that. And Aster rummages through, pulling out several different random instruments before he finds it.
Doesn't Aster also have a collection of cool rocks or something?
Yes. I slowly pull out like 30 flat stones just to get them out of my bag because they're in the way of the actual crystal I need. So there's like a small pile forming on his like little desk or whatever he's
Nice.
got.
Yeah.
And then eventually I find the identification crystal.
Yeah,
Nice.
the tiefling pops it away from you and looks at it for a second. Nods it, hands it back. You're good. Next.
All right, thank you. And I like put my bag under the desk and scoop all my rocks back in it.
Do you just slam your arm and...
Well, no, I have to be gentle. I don't want to
Ah,
break
true.
any of my other things.
True.
I've got
Don't wanna
glassware in
drop
there.
rocks on them,
Yeah.
yeah.
And I don't want to drop a rock on my sextant.
Oh
I
no, you're
walk up
sexted.
next.
My sextant.
First time
Yes.
down this hallway. Motions to the other hallway.
Oh.
Next.
Goodbye, friends.
No, I mean I'm coming too.
Next.
I'll go last if everybody else wants to shuffle in.
Okay, monk who walks says, answering his first time, just follows. After a bit, everyone is headed down the hallway. Okay.
Except for Aster, who I guess is just waiting
Aster
at the other
episode.
side of the gate.
Yeah. Yep, basically, Aster, as you head down that hallway, you find yourself.
Aster's
Oh,
God,
waiting on
Aster,
the other
please
side
don't
of
run off.
TSA.
Aster's like watching this happen is like, why don't they just make a separate line for whether you're a first time visitor or not? It would be a lot faster than going through one. He's confused.
Don't worry about it. Maybe you.
He's
Why
this-
don't they snake this line? That way it's more condensed.
Oh well. I
yeah,
guess
Aster-
I'm not a
Mhm.
logistics person.
As you go down your hallway, you just find yourself out on like the main like crawl of the docks. And flashing back, Mello was first in line. Okay,
Yeah.
as you walk through down the halls, you arrive at the door. You step through and you find yourself in a room with a desk with 3 people behind it. In the center of the desk is a greenish tiefling, and behind to either side of her is a Loxodon and a Minotaur. She looks up from her desk. Is like, ah, a new one. All right, all right. Let's get this over with. We have a lot of you to get through today, so I'm going to explain what we're going to do, and this should be relatively painless. My friends here, she motions back at the Luxor,
Are going to kill you.
my two friends are
We're
going,
going to
beat
challenge you in Mortal Kombat.
Two friends here, my friend here, she motions at the Luxon, is going to cast Zone of Truth. My friend here, she motions at the Minotaur, is going to cast Detect Magic.
Uh-oh.
This could become problematic, but who cares?
And then we can go
Nobody
through...
knows what she looks like anyway, so even when she gets through and they're like, wait, you're not a human. Whatever. You know.
Yeah, I guess it wouldn't.
Like, why would it
Yes,
matter?
I mean, we can't.
Hats of
We
disguise
can't.
are a thing.
Everyone owns magic items that is an adventure. Also, is the thing, right? Like, surely,
It's not
because
like
all of us have
unusual.
magic.
But what if my
items.
Johnson is magic?
You are magic. You cast spells.
Yes.
You
This is
are a
known.
magical
My shield.
man.
My shield is literally my source of divine radiance.
It's not.
And well,
Good try.
you know, it feels like it is.
Actually,
I like to
don't.
I actually
imagine it is.
don't
Lore
know any magic
inaccurate.
items at the
No, I know.
moment.
All right. Easy. GG.
I
No
gave
worry.
you the only magic thing I had.
I like
That's
to
right.
Imagine my shield is where it comes from because
I'm the only one that can get half-eaten sandwiches and water bottles of big size through security.
The tiefling looks at you, Mello, says, any questions before we start? We have to make good use of our time.
No, I'm ready.
All right. She motions to each of them, and they
Mello looks
cast
very
their spell.
uncomfortable, by the way.
Yeah.
This
Has Mello
this is
ever
weird
dealt
video.
with bureaucracy of any kind?
Not really.
Bureaucracy.
I
No.
can't imagine there's much bureaucracy
He
where
lives
was
in the
from
woods.
forest. Because
Lived in
from
the
what I
woods.
understand, Mello is in from one like the big like village cities in the forest anyway.
Yeah.
All right. Let's see. I'm gonna need your name. She looks back at you. Your name.
Yeah. Sorry, I blanked for a minute. I was like, "What is my name?" I've
Swissy.
listen. I go by Mello. I know the full thing. I forget sometimes.
It's on your
Uh,
character sheet.
My
Manga.
full. Yeah, I didn't have it open. My full name is Leaf on the Mellow Wind.
All right. You hear the scratching of her quilt. All right. Occupation.
That's a good question.
Priest. God, my God, man.
Am I?
Yes, aren't you?
I thought you were.
I
You
don't-
told us
Like, is
that's
it
what you
actual
were.
priest or am I just like a fucking?
I
What
would you
are
call, like-
you then?
what
I
would
thought
you
you were
call-
just a weirdo.
cosplayer?
No,
Fucking
okay.
witness.
I'm gonna fucking kill myself, dude. This fucking whatever.
Okay, we're gonna have
No,
to find
I'm-
a new player.
What is like? What would you? There's a word for like a person that wanders around.
Missionary.
missionary?
Missionary.
That is a type of Okay,
I
no,
understand this.
I don't care anymore.
I don't. Whatever.
Okay.
Missionary.
All right. Length of stay.
Undetermined.
I'm gonna need a number, so she twirls the quill a little bit.
Are my friends in the room with me?
No,
Yeah.
No!
I glance behind
no, we're
me.
not.
I
One
see
at-
nobody.
it's one
I
at a
look
time.
ahead.
Oh, it's one at a time. That's unfortunate.
Oh, cool. That means.
Well, cool. That means I don't need to be worried about anything that happens with the NPCs. I can't help.
At least a year.
Okay. That's not how a quill sounds. All right. Next question. Have you conspired against the Grasslands Confederation and its people?
I don't even know who they are.
From there?
Aren't you from there?
No, Mello is from the.
No,
West.
no.
It's from the
That's
Queen's
a forest.
West.
I'm stupid. Don't worry about it.
It's a forest on a different continent that he's from. Am I the only one that reads the wiki?
Yes,
Yes.
I
I'm
could
gonna
tell you
kill
that
him.
easily.
No, I knew that.
No,
'Cause I'm
Mello
from
knew it
the-
because it's
yeah.
his character.
Yeah.
The missionary Mellow knows.
I didn't read.
That's
the
why I
wiki
said
at
I don't
all.
even know who they are.
I made up my own backstory, and Boko just sort of slotted it where it made sense.
Basically, Mello, she's asking you if you are here to commit terrorism, As a reminder, you are under.
And my answer stands. I said I don't even know who they are.
That's
If
not.
they
Yeah,
want me
no.
to change my fucking answer,
No.
Are we
Mel's
gonna
under
roll with
zone
it?
of if Mel's under zone of truth, he needed to make a save, didn't he?
Technically, if he's trying to.
it wasn't a
resist it-
lie.
If it's not. Yeah, I guess so. Okay. She scratches down on the sheet. And let's see. Last question.
I'm
Do
just
you-
saying that like zone of truth technically is it just like it's not when you lie that it triggers the save part.
So
You
if
need
I
to make the
rolled
save
bad on a save
immediately.
after telling the truth, it would say it's a lie or what?
No.
No.
When you are subjected to a zone of truth, you make a charisma save.
Oh, okay.
You can choose to fail it though.
Yeah, you can choose to fail it. And it makes it so you cannot speak a deliberate lie. So you'd want to choose to fail it because the caster knows whether you failed it or not.
Okay. Well, I choose to fail then.
Okay. And last question. Do you swear to abide by the laws of the Grasslands Confederation and its leaders for the duration of your stay?
Of course.
All right. Scratch,
Can
scratch.
I have like a pamphlet that tells the laws and regulations?
Yeah, sure. She reaches under the table and
She fucking reaches under the table, pulls out a massive book of the penal code of this fucking continent.
Because here's the
Honestly-
thing,
Go ahead.
Zone of Truth doesn't. Zone of Truth makes it so you cannot lie. It doesn't like tell them that you are lying. You just can't if you fail to save.
Fair.
Like at all. So like that's why the making the save
Yeah,
part's
I was
important.
wondering why he was asking if we're terrorists. I'm like, why would we tell you that? And I'm like, oh wait, right.
Zone of Truth, yeah.
Yeah.
What's your social security number?
Oh huh.
Uh-huh.
7.
Yeah. Okay, and she slides.
Damn, you got
Here's
it.
a
I'm
a-
real old.
There's a lot. There's a lot of laws because country building on top of miniature countries are a little messy. But here's a primer. She kind of folds into a paper airplane shape and throws it at you.
I catch it.
That's not
I
very
hope.
professional.
And here, she picks up a crystal that had been on a focus on her desk, and keep this with you while you're here. It'll be important later. She flicks it over to you.
Thank you kindly.
Uh-huh. Through the door, out and down the hallway, you will be at the landing. That's just thunder. Don't worry about it. It's normal. And
Okay, if you say so.
she
Sorry, I freaked out because the thunder sounded like something breaking for a
I
second.
hear the Ronin from
outside,
out of the
and
room.
I got really scared.
Jesus Christ.
and you, as you're heading out, you hear her call next. Who was next in line running? You were saying you were going last, right?
I think it was
Yeah,
Monku,
so I-
technically, right?
Monku.
So it would have been Monku and then Princess and Goldie.
Okay. All right. Monku walks in.
Not that any of us witnessed that process, so I guess we'll see how it goes on the other side.
Monku walks in and she comes sprinting out covered in blood.
Oh no.
Oh
I had
no!
to kill everyone.
Not with the level that the casters
Is
are
Aster
in
like
there.
waiting right outside where I get, or is it not the same area?
If you're actually, yeah, that's a fun idea. That's a fun idea. Let's
Oh,
do
God.
a.
Okay.
We've wiped over to Aster, who is just kind of hanging out on like the last flight of the docks after you walk out. Aster, what are you doing right now?
Probably just waiting where the other line's gonna end.
Okay.
I don't see why he would do anything else. He's already
Okay.
been through Aloja, so he
Yeah.
knows what the stars look like. And
True,
also it's the
true.
daytime, so
Yeah, I'd say it's like
He-
kind of getting close to evening. I think considering
Yeah.
this is mostly a day tour, or was supposed to be a day tour, but it got extended because of the stop. And
Yeah.
Aster, as you are just hanging out there, you notice from like a side path, a group of Luxodons come trundling through.
do I
That's all they do
recognize
is
them?
trundle.
Do I know who they
Nice.
are?
Shoot me your perception.
Okay. Can I guidance myself on this one?
Sure, why not? You can look at them and squint like, do I know them? And they're like, I can guidance.
Well, it's a good thing
Ooh.
I guidanced. That's a
Hey.
10.
10's enough, I think, even if it is a crit fail. You recognize that they are still wearing like their sailor uniforms, and on like the shoulder or the back or like the chest, like it would probably be on the chest actually, because that's generally where like insignias are. You recognize the symbol of the Low Shield Trading Company.
Beans. That's fine. They probably wouldn't recognize me, Aster says, looking for hiding spots.
Aster is correct, and they kind of just walk right by you. You didn't recognize any of them specifically, but you did recognize your little crest there.
Right.
And as you're
It'll
thinking
all
about
be
that,
fine. No
Mello
one in
enters
my
the scene.
party knows what the crest looks like, so I just have to play it cool.
Mello has arrived.
Huh.
And even
Hello, Asta.
if we did, we wouldn't necessarily associate it with you.
Hi, Mello. How's it going?
Fine. I got this cool thing. I hold up the crystal.
Yeah, the identification crystal. Yep.
I just have to make sure not to lose it. I dropped it in the drain. No, I didn't.
I don't know why you just sort of said you did that while holding the crystal stationary. But okay.
Just swing your crystal back and forth in front of Mello and see what happens.
Anyway.
Alright. Anyways. Well, I'm just gonna wait here until everyone else shows up.
Okay,
Sounds fine to me.
we're gonna swoop back on over. The Ronin, you are standing right outside the door, and you hear the call. Next.
I walk inside.
All right. Hello. Let's get through this as quick as possible. Hi, we are going to be casting Zone of Truth and Detect Magic, and we can get your immigration process, I guess, in process. Any questions before we begin?
No, I don't believe so.
All right, wonderful. They cast their spells. You can make that charisma save or fail it if you wish.
I fail it.
Thank you. All right, what is your name?
I don't go by one of those.
Okay, well, I need something to put down here. They'll be a little upsetty if I don't.
Is the Ronin an acceptable name?
I would say, the way I'm running, like, the Zone of Truth or whatever is, if you believe it to be true, it is true. A thing like that. So, if the Ronin views the Ronin as himself, as a title that is actively referring to him, and he wants to be referred to as, yes, that would be your name.
I mean, that's the thing, right? Is the Ronin really only accepts that title as like a convenience for other people, but he really doesn't have like a name for himself.
Okay, I will put that down. Your alias, I guess. All right.
Have you heard of N/A?
I start filling in. I type null.
/A.
Occupation.
Ronin.
Atonement. Say atonement. It'll be really funny.
That's not a job.
No, the Ronin is literally just a wandering bum. He's unemployed.
Like, yeah, I guess so. Freelancer.
Alrighty. Length of stay.
So is this something you can update later if you decide to extend your stay?
If you will head to one of the legal offices, either here or in Dracinia or Mavka, you can definitely have that updated.
Okay, we'll just say like a year for now.
Year. Okay. Have you conspired against the Grasslands Confederation and its people?
No.
Alright. Do you swear to abide by the laws of the Grasslands Confederation for the duration of your stay?
Yes.
Alrighty. She scratches off on the bit of parchment and picks up the crystal from the focus and says, "Here you go."
Thank you.
Next.
I walk out and hope that everything is fine as I look for the rest of my party.
We're all
I think
dead.
while like he didn't have eyes on everybody, like once they went into the next room and like the last person in the group went in there, the Ronin had like a brief minor panic attack as he was like, I can't keep an eye on things.
Rip.
Okay, as you walk out, we're gonna wipe over back to Aster and Mello, and
anyways, that's why they call it a loja.
And Monku, who enters the scene.
Wow.
Is like, hey, hello, how's it going? I hate
Oh, just fine.
bureaucracy.
It's not so bad if you just sort of tune them out and nod a lot.
You've
That
never
does-
I
looked
like to
into
think about
immigrating, have you?
constellations. In what?
You never looked into immigrating, have you?
Nope.
Thought so. Well, it looks like I'm gonna be with you for at least a little more, at least until one of the capitals. I have to go see some people there about this whole thing, and probably come back here. I don't know. I'll look for some boat
Oh.
jobs.
Yeah, the last time that I left, I basically just said that I was on a research mission. That's about it.
She nods. And as you're having this conversation, from behind you, let's see. I think the princess was going next. I don't remember if we decided an order for that. And behind you, you see, the princess has walked up. She's not wearing her hat of the skies right now.
Bah! Aster just makes a panicked noise. Oh, and just begins looking around.
Hello,
What happened?
Juniper.
What's going on?
Well, I had to take it off for the interview. You know,
Okay.
they cast detect magic on you, and that's a little. I don't want to look
Mhm.
suspicious, and at the very least, I won't stick out as much here. I think. She says,
It's true,
pointing
there are a
to
lot
her
more
horns.
tieflings.
The like color is a bit weird. She says, looking at her arm. And as you were having this conversation as well, Goldie appears behind her and also kind of does the exact same thing that Aster just did.
Damn it! Now we have to kill the whole town.
Oh no!
This is gonna be a lot of people that have to, have the. It's fine. We're not.
Monku looks
Aster
at
assumes
her
starry
sheet.
form.
I have 2 multi-attacks. What about
Yeah,
you?
no, it was just a. Just Anyways, nice
as
weather.
this is happening,
Yeah.
hey, Josh, roll
Yeah,
me D3
what's
really
up?
quick.
No, no, thank you. Aster disagrees.
Okay, roll me a D4.
Is that better or worse for?
I think it has better odds.
Great.
And as you are talking to, as you hear the sound coming from that pathway again. You look over, you see 2 Luxodons. There is a older male Luxodon, and there is a younger than him female Luxodon. And you don't need to
Okay.
roll to recognize one of your sisters.
Oh no.
Bum, bum.
Which one? Is it Yasova or Maria?
It's Marielle because you rolled high.
That's the best for me. But still, Aster sees this. And if Luxodons can go pale, he does. And
Well,
he begins to panic.
you
Like
enter
more
bullet
than
time.
anyone has seen him, more than anyone has ever seen him panic before.
Yeah, so
I need an escape
That's
route.
actually-
What's around me?
Okay, so
Aster dives into the ocean and stays there.
okay, so let me get out a little draw. We'll do it. We're going to do a little. We will do a little drawing. So you are here, right? They are here, and this is the paths that you came from.
Amazing.
Okay. So where am I in? I'm like here,
Yeah, you're in this area, like this main one.
and they're like here.
Yeah, they are. You are on a collision course with them at the moment.
So I can't go forward because they'll see me.
You can't go back. And as you are kind of doing
I'm-
this like this during the
I'm trapped
headlights
like a rat.
this during the headlights routine. The Ronin arrives. Hey, the Ronin's here.
I
I
attempt
look
to
at the-
scale the walls.
I immediately,
I have
like,
to
as soon as I
go.
get out of the thing, I look at the princess and I go, Are
But-
you all right?
I'm fine.
What's his
Boko-
problem?
I don't know.
Boko, I need to make an athletics check to climb the walls.
Okay.
I have to go now.
Actually, wait a second. Let me
What
look at
is
your
going
sheet really
on?
quick. Let me look.
I
at your
swear he
sheet
wasn't
really
like
quick.
this like before you walked out, and then you walked out at like the worst time.
Hey, Aster,
Aster's just sort of making
roll me a
just like
stealth.
noises. He's just like
roll me
a
a stealth
stealth?
really quick. Yeah.
all right.
They are so embedded in their conversation that they walk right by your group of people and don't pay you any mind.
You okay, Aster?
Yep. No, I'm fine. How are you?
I said that
am-
at a decent volume because he started climbing a wall.
Wait,
Anyway.
no. You can't.
Welcome to
Don't
Aloja.
sabotage me. Aster
Fair.
lies poorly. No, I was just I was feeling lightheaded, so I decided to take big gasps of air for a bit.
Do some calisthenics.
You know,
While
Okay.
climbing the wall?
isometric exercise.
I don't know what that means.
It involves wall. Yep. I fail all my deception rolls.
Yeah, I mean, the Ronin has stopped caring. So should we start looking for a passage to the capital now, or?
Yep, probably.
Okay, so you are in Aloja. It's a very small town, as you can see on the map. There is a singular inn here called the Keyhole Maiden, and there is a shuttle service that runs from the town to the one of the capitals of Dracinia. It is government funded, so it is free, but it is also public transport, which means there will be other people there.
I mean, I feel like that's a non-factor at this point.
Yeah, it's
should be fine.
probably like a 3-hour ride. The time is like roughly, let's see,
Free
it's
is
getting
free.
to evening. It's like 5 or 6 p.m. I'd say.
Free
Do
is
we
free.
want to stay the night, or do we want to go?
What time of day did you say it was? Or did you say yes?
Roughly 5 or 6 p.m. And it's
Okay.
probably like a 3-hour shuttle. Quote shuttle. It's a cart.
Aster like stage whispers to himself. I'm trapped either way.
Are you
It's-
okay, buddy?
Yes. Why? How are you? How are things? How's it going?
Fine, I suppose.
Aster looks terrible. It looks like he's aged 5 years in the span of a minute.
Which is amazing. Considering he lived so long.
Yeah.
Nope. It'd probably be easier if we just stayed the night so we could catch an early shuttle, rather than trying to find an inn late at night in the capital. But
That's true.
I'm
Makes
Yeah,
sense to me. I
doesn't
must say,
make
now that we are far away from the prying eyes of the place we were just in, I don't remember the name.
Kingsland.
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 Remember,
Now
if you're
that we're far away from the prying eyes of Kingsland, I do feel somewhat better, although I shall remain on guard.
if you are having trouble remembering the name of something the humans named, just describe it, and you've probably got the name.
Nice.
Kingsland was a guess.
And that's the name of it. But yeah, so there is a single inn in town, so I guess you're heading over there.
Works for me.
Oh. Thank you for the gifts, Mologai.
Hey, Mulligan.
Mologai. Yeah,
Mologai.
but you walk into the Keyhole Maiden, and it is a bussin', for a lack of a better word.
Yo, this place is
There's-
bussin'.
This place busted.
That's your immediate thought. All three of you walk in. all of you murmur to yourself, "This place is buzzing." Because it is full of off-duty dock hands and the occasional the occasional non-dock worker, because there has to be some around here.
Of course.
And if you head over to
I approach.
you approach the bar. Behind the bar is, I didn't write this, so it's time to roll it back. Actually, no, I'm
Oh.
gonna use an NPC that I didn't get the NPC archetype I didn't get to use. There's an Alan behind the counter named Shawarma.
Quarma?
I couldn't.
Shawarma?
Shawarma. I don't remember
Like
what
the
the owl
food?
name. Yes, I couldn't think of the owl's name that I wrote for the thing last week that you guys didn't see.
Shawarma.
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 Hello, hello. How can I
Shawarma.
help you? She says to Yellow. Mellow. As mellow as
Yellow.
to
Yellow.
Mellow as he approaches the bar.
Hello, can you hear me now?
Yellow.
Yellow. Well, I guess you are a little yellow. How can I help you?
It's more of an orange, but I'll take it. We would like our
standard.
rooms for I turn around and count the people.
6.
I always forget.
Six.
There's
It's
6.
currently 6. No. In Mellow's defense, we did recently add Anku to your
Yeah.
long list of escortees.
That is true. We've gone
We would
from
like
5
lodgings
to
enough
6.
for 6 people.
Let's see. You have. She counts on her feathers. If you do 2 a room, that's 15 silver.
That works for me. Yeah.
Oh,
I paid for the boat, so I will need somebody else to pay for my room.
Oh, I approached the counter. So
I didn't
assumed
hear
I
the
was
last.
paying.
Yeah, I didn't hear the last part. I'll be honest,
It's-
because I was trying to catch up on my notes.
It's 15
How
silver.
much is it?
15 silver
silver.
for 2 people in each room. So it's 5 silver per room.
I'll pay for it.
Thank you, friend.
Fuck. I got 13. So how much gold is a silver?
10.
10.
Okay. Good.
Just gotta break it down a little bit.
There we go. Got it. I just, I place 15 silver on the counter. I'm not aggressive about it.
Oh, excellent, excellent. She ferries the silver over into her money bag, and she slides 3 keys across the bar to you. Here you go. Have a
Thank
nice
you very
night.
much, friend.
Will you be joining us tonight for the grand entertainment? She says, looking over
Oh?
that there are 2 bards tuning their instruments. One has a lute and the other one has a rock.
Uh, a rock.
Bet
Yes.
that rock
Why
one
has he
sounds
got a
awesome.
rock?
You'll have to come
Uh,
down tonight to find out.
My ears perk up. They're round ears. They don't perk much, but
They perk as
Um,
much as they can.
yeah, they go. Oh, I think I might.
Excellent, excellent. Always fun to have some new faces around here. We don't get many like you down here. Mostly odd human.
Well, my family didn't get out of the woods much until me.
I can tell. You're very far out of the woods, Catman.
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 Yes, but I'm adjusting quickly. Thank you very
That's good.
much.
I guess how
I escaped its social
how
interaction.
would Alan's not? Do they have like adjustable necks, or does she just spin her head?
Oh God.
That's
Usually they're drawn with having a bit of a neck.
okay. So she
At least in
nods. She
most
doesn't
of
spin your.
the arts.
She does not spin her head at
I
you. but
imagine their nod looks like when birds like kind
of like
shrug their
insert,
shoulders and their
kind
head
of like
inserts into their.
kind of their
yeah.
neck just kind of like goes down in. But she can turn her
Yeah.
head 360
It depends
degrees,
on
so
the
think
type
about
of
that.
owlin.
It's
lot
more
of
like
the
a head
ones-
bob.
A lot of the ones in Magic, at least, are drawn with an amount of neck.
Good. Okay.
I love his beard.
Who's weird?
I assume someone's posted a picture of an owl.
The owl
Oh, I
that
see.
Josh just posted for
Yeah,
reference.
that's one of the legendary ones. It's a Strixhaven like guidance counselor,
Oh,
basically.
what a dude.
Yeah, but anyway, you can you head up to
I
your
think
rooms.
it's a girl.
What a girl.
I can't remember for sure.
Either
though.
way, they look badass.
No, owlins are
I'm trying to
cool.
remember the name of that. Ah, it's Mavinda. Student's advocate. Anyways, I'm done. Sorry.
Mhm.
No, you're good.
You can head up to your rooms now.
I go to my
You
room.
go to your room.
Yeah, I suppose, unless I mean, Amelo's gonna go to that.
Yeah,
thing.
I'm sticking
Asta
around
would
downstairs.
Probably go
Okay.
do it.
So I'll pass my key to
Her
whoever
buddy
was
system.
going to
Yeah,
the
who is your
room.
Who's your
Well, we could just room together, and
room?
then that's the one room.
It's 3 rooms. We paid for 3.
Yeah, I know. That's what I'm saying. Like, if
Mhm.
if we shared one room, then you wouldn't have to give
Oh,
your key to
yeah,
anyone.
yeah.
Because we're both gonna stay here.
Oh, we're both staying. Okay. Sorry,
Yeah.
I misheard.
Correct.
Okay, yeah, where are you gonna sit
Buddy
in
system.
relation to this stage?
I want to be close. I'll be
Ooh.
like front-ish.
I would sit
Ooh.
wherever Melo sits.
Who's you're gonna sit in
I
the
guess.
front row?
You're goddamn
I
right.
think if I wanted to enjoy this show, I think I have to sit in the front row, or I won't be able to see it.
Fair. There are a lot of the people who live in Grasslands Federation are very big.
So
Lucky
did everybody else except for us 3 go up? I'm assuming, or what?
you two? or
Who else
three?
stuck around? Well, the Ronin spoke like they were here, so
I said if
I
they
think
went.
I would stay for a drink and a show.
All right. I guess that means Monku's on babysitting duty.
She's fine. She's stronger than most of us.
She literally is. I think she's like
that's true.
level,
That's true.
technically probably like a level 3 or 4 enemy. I don't know.
Enemy.
Well, the stat block I
She's
stole
using
her
like a
stuff from.
CR2 stat block or something like that.
Yeah, so
I can't
that
remember if
puts
it's 1 or 2.
that puts her on the
Just remember.
same level as the ghost and the red cap you fought. Yeah,
Nice.
but yeah, as you settle down for the night, the 2 bards, a tiefling and let's go with a gnome, I'll walk up on stage. The tiefling sits down in her chair and unfolds the neck of her incredibly long lute. It's actually a theorbo, which is basically a bass lute, which
Yeah.
I'm going to try to avoid going into old music theory right now because I'm doing my best. I think I've heard some.
Matter.
It matters to me. You're lucky I never got into the bit where I was going to write unique new instruments for every country, but don't worry about it. The gnome on the other side sits down on the floor, plop down his rock, and from his pocket he produces several small flat rocks, which he begins to rub along the surface of the big rock, which create a harmonious humming in the room. As the humming
My ears
builds,
twitch.
as the hummings build, the tiefling begins plucking her theorbo, laying down a quite excellent bass and melody line at the same time. Sometimes taking both hands to the board because there are no frets, because this is old.
Yes.
Yeah, but they lay down quite a mystical sounding set for about 30 to 40 minutes before both standing up and bowing, saying, "Thank you everyone for coming to our show. We hope to see you again." Yeah,
I
I'm
clap
clapping. I'm
politely.
clapping.
the crowd claps. You are not the only
I
ones
do the
clapping.
classic. Bravo, bravo,
I
bravissimo.
I bet Aster does the classical music clap. He was probably raised to not clap during the performance and wait till the end. If I had
Yes,
to guess, yeah.
almost certainly.
That's something I learned about in music class in college. Yeah, but they clean up and head out. It's a bit later now, so hour. So it's like maybe 9-10 p.m. Are you going to turn in for the night?
Yep.
Yeah.
I do whatever
Well,
Melo does.
all
His
right.
buddy system.
Nice.
Well. Hang on. Let me think about this.
Wait.
Do I go to bed?
Which NPC is adopting the Ronin for the night?
I think you'll stay with Goldie. Monku has the princess. The other two have their rooms.
Fair enough. I'd like to small chat with the musicians
Okay. Who
as
are you
they're
gonna hit up?
packing up and stuff.
Who are you hitting up? Or are you gonna hit up both of them?
The Rock Man, because I've never seen that before.
Okay, 1 second. Let me think. I never, oh wait, I remember. I've remembered what I did for the gnomes. Hello, how you doing? What's up, bud? Yeah?
Hello. I was. God damn it! I can't say hello. I can't.
Hello.
Hello.
It's
Hello,
always going
it's
to be
me. Blay. I'm a cat man. I mean, no.
Oh. I can't say
Swissy's
hello.
just incapable of talking like a normal person. We know this.
A normal cat person. Meow.
Warm sounds.
No,
Warm
I
sounds.
wasn't talking about Mello. I was talking about you.
How about as mellow, I'll just be like, greetings. There.
Howdy.
That's
How you
better.
doing?
I'm a cat is how I start every conversation.
Meow.
As you're talking to him, the gnome produces a bag of holding and just kind of thumps it over his rocks. Ooh.
I was particularly
Ooh, big
amazed by
rumble.
that instrument. What is it called?
Thank you. I call it a rock.
Oh, that makes sense.
I haven't gotten a proper name for it yet, but it's a work in progress, you see?
So it was your own invention.
Something like that. Sort of a family project, my project. It's been going all over the place.
Oh, I understand that. It was with my father that I made my first pan flute.
Oh, show me. I love seeing others' instruments, especially when they're of their own handiwork.
I pull out my pan flute and I give it a little toot.
An excellent little toot there.
Run a little riff on it.
Ah, excellent. I love
I play
music.
Master of Puppets.
すごいですね。
Well, it was a pleasure to meet you. What is your name?
Think for a second. I improved these. These were not in the script. Let me think.
No, I know. I'm putting you on the spot. It's great.
Sucks, dude. Let me think for a second.
Name
You should
sucks,
just
dude.
always have a list of names up for when Swissy inevitably does something you didn't expect.
I mean, you asked if I wanted to go to bed or not, and they were cool musicians. I was like, yeah.
Second.
Mello plays music on a pan flute. So he's intrigued by society instruments. Although rocks are not, very normal.
They're not very society.
Yeah, they're not very society. You got it.
That's not very society of you, I
That's
say,
very
to
society.
a rock.
This is.
What's Mello trying to do?
Sorry.
I just asked the dude's name. I'm just introducing
Oh, I see.
myself.
My name's Yeetus.
Zetus?
Yeetus.
Yeetus.
Yeetus?
Yeetus to
Alright.
Leetus.
It's
Yeetus.
Yeetus?
Yeetus.
I'm not
Ye-
writing that in my notes. I'll be
This.
honest. I'm gonna leave that guy. We'll leave that guy out.
Well, Yeetus, it is nice to meet you.
I didn't catch your name.
I am Leaf on the Mellow Wind, but you can call me Mellow.
Greetings, Mellow.
My accent is slipping? It's slipping?
Don't worry, mine
I
is
am
too.
the cow.
No! I've been a vampire this whole time!
Yeebus extends his hand for a handshake. Ooh.
I shake the hand.
Nice. Enjoy a good handshake with your new gnome acquaintance.
Do you travel the roads? Perhaps we'll see you again in the future.
Indeed. Making a small stop off here, we're going to head to the rest of the continent, see if we're able to get into be a real amazing thing if we manage to cross the border. But those Basaltians are real harsh on letting anyone in. Hopefully we can prove our music is art, and maybe they'll let us tour their cities too.
Oh, I'm sure you'll get there eventually. The sound of music can calm any storm.
I agree.
Well, I'm going to turn in for the night. It was a pleasure to meet you, and hopefully we see you on the road again.
Have a good night, bud.
Uh-huh. And I go to bed.
You go to bed. Queen Zaster is going to bed. What about the Ronin?
Yes.
Yeah, I went to bed.
Alrighty, alrighty.
Sorry that was basically filler.
I just basically stare up at the ceiling for a little bit as I'm in the room with Goldie, and I'm like, our mother, huh? I just think about it once in a while.
Do you have any flashbacks to your mother?
I
Oh,
can't
no.
remember their faces.
Of course not.
Of course not.
Why would you be? Why would you ever be able to do something silly like that?
I mean,
Listen,
to
that's
be
a good
fair,
answer.
it was
Have it happen, so you don't
70
have to
years
describe
ago.
anything.
It
You know,
smash
that's
cuts
fair.
to
It was
Aster
70
staring.
years ago, and I've done a lot of repressing.
It smash cuts to Aster staring up at his ceiling, not blinking, going like, "One of them's gonna find me.
It smash cuts
They have eyes everywhere.
2 feet over to the next bed.
I'm not swift enough."
Mello staring straight up at the ceiling like, how do you play rocks?
You just saw it.
How does it make that sound?
You might be able
Good
to
vibrations.
see it, but you wouldn't necessarily comprehend it.
These are the things that keep us all up at night.
I don't think that Mello. Oh, of course, this is up to Swissies. I don't think Mello's like super knowledgeable on music theory and how notes work, but
No, not particularly. I mean,
I wouldn't
he
assume
just kind of
so.
plays what he feels.
Yeah. Yeah, but Krakow, that's the crack of dawn. It's morning.
The sun rises with a good Baba Booey.
It's the crack of
Well,
dawn.
Nice.
that means we're getting up to go get the shuttle.
Yep. As you head over to the edge of town, which is, let's say, the shuttle service is roughly around here at this building. So yeah, as you head over, you look at the sign outside that says the shuttle will arrives every 30 minutes or so, roughly in there. It's living person powered. I can't say human powered because it's specifically not a human. And it is not there yet, so I guess your little group is just gonna hang out for a little bit
Yep.
Yep.
and
Do my morning stretches.
some nice Tai Chi. Yeah, as you are
I use
waiting-
my background feature. How close to the next half hour is it, based on the position of the celestial bodies?
about 10 minutes.
It's about 10 minutes. Aster like looks up at the sun, goes pulls out his sextant, looks up at the sun, goes and then looks at everyone and says, "We have 10 minutes."
10 minutes, Ryuji.
10 minutes, Date. 10 minutes.
All of you look confused. Who's Date? and as the minutes pass, let's see. Aster, you notice a dust cloud on the horizon.
Which horizon?
The southern one, the way down the road that you'll be going in about 10
Right, I
minutes.
pull out my spyglass and spy it.
Down the the length of your spyglass, you spot a centaur pulling a cart.
Yep, that tracks with how I got to Illusia last time.
Yeah, after a few minutes, they'll arrive and offload. There's a lot of Loxodons here again.
Aster tries to shrink back. It doesn't work very well.
Yeah, they don't seem to be too interested in you. They're all in a bit of a hurry to get to their dock, so they head on off. And the
This is the most I've seen of your people, I must say, Aster.
Yep. This is where most of us come from. So
I've
And
never
this,
been this way.
yeah, it's pretty nice. A lot of open fields if you like those. Some
I
great
do.
constellations I can point out to you. There's this one that I've been tracking for at least 30 years.
At some point while Aster is rambling, my eyes glaze over.
While Aster is rambling, the centaur unhooks their cart and heads into the room or into like the house, obviously for like a break or whatever. Out of the house comes a young centaur woman who's hitches up her own cart to herself and shouts, "All right, everybody, on. We're gonna be leaving in about 5 minutes. 5 minutes, Ryuji."
It's Ryuki. Also, I get on the thing.
I get on
5
the
minutes.
Ryuji is from
I get on
Persona
the thing.
5.
I don't care. 5 minutes. a few other people that you would notice on your own boat, load on, as well as that Reaper you noticed.
Oh, good.
She's not sitting near you and hasn't really interacted with you, but she is there.
Does she see me? The person that she
I am
accosted.
cognizant of her.
Let's see, Mello, you definitely see her. She, let's say, as you saw her get on, you probably felt like a cold, like chill up your spine as her eyes go over the people.
I'll
on
lean
the
over
cart.
to Aster and be like, or wait, no, it was the Ronin I told about it. I think Aster was out.
Yeah,
Being
yes.
Aster.
Aster was
I
out.
was
doing
I
it.
lean over to the Ronin
upstairs,
like, there's
I
that
was
Reaper I
not
was talking about.
I see.
Yeah, I guess I'm just gonna keep my eye on her
For the whole thing, just because I'm. I think the Rona is just a generally nervous person, is what I'm realizing.
I think the Ronin has trauma.
I think you're right.
You got Twama? Little baby got Twama?
This is
why he avoids people and hangs out by himself in, like, fields and
Actually,
stuff.
this is a question I'm going to ask you guys. Were you going to have the princess continue to use the Hat of the Skies, or drop the disguise and just go with the, how she...
That's up to her.
I mean, that's up to her. Yeah.
Yeah,
I'll take
I
the hat
guess
back
say
if she
anything.
doesn't
I
want
thought
it.
she was just making
Okay,
a choice.
if you guys aren't gonna have her do something specific, let me think. What would
I wouldn't
she
think
do?
it would be necessary.
I mean,
Mhm.
I
If
literally
she
didn't
didn't
say
wanna do
anything
it.
about it because I thought she'd made the decision herself.
Yeah,
not to wear it.
I think
I also thought that.
I think I'm gonna have her drop it. Yeah, let's just go with that. She's made decisions in her head that cover it. And so she's sitting next to you guys in your row, and you hear the your carrier, I guess that's what you call her, who has
Pilot.
identified
Our
herself.
pilot. Yeah, what's the size of this, like, wagon, by the way? Are we talking like a bus?
Not a bus, like maybe half a bus, maybe a van. Let's go with a mom van.
Like a big van. How many people are on this cart?
Let's see. There's you. So you guys. There's 6.
There's 6 of us.
Yeah,
and then
and-
the Reaper, and you said some other people also.
Yeah, Shalia's there, and let's say so maybe let's say it can carry like 10 to 12 people.
Okay.
Yeah, yeah, we'll go with pilot. I like that. Who identified herself as a Quet. Says, all right, we're leaving. Everybody, hold on. Don't stand up. We'll be there in about 3 hours. And, yep. He takes
Yeah.
off.
Nice to
Gonna
be in
lean
a land
back
day,
against
but-
the edge of the cart and pretend to relax.
Aster is going to reveal his previously unknown character trait. Land vehicles make him sleepy. He
Fair
starts
enough.
napping.
It's a good thing
He,
this
like,
never
literally,
happened.
It like the wagon starts and he's just like, oh man, I love carts.
It's a good thing you didn't fall asleep in the cart in session 1.
Yeah,
Well, he was on the job then.
he was on the job. This is the first time he's
Adrenaline.
relaxed. That and he's like home.
True.
Despite it being stressful, it's less stressful than a different continent.
Than being on
True.
different
Where you're
continents,
wanted,
being
yeah.
chased by both the King's Guard and also just random supernatural entities.
All right, Mello, are you doing anything on this wonderful 3-hour tour of the road?
I just have my not my Johnson. I have my
Good.
pan flute out, just kind of adjusting a few things on it because when I pulled it out last night, I noticed it hadn't
It's a little
been
flat.
maintained in a while.
Little
Yeah, I haven't
sharp.
really done anything with it in a while. So yeah, just adjusting
cool.
it.
I'm polishing my crowbar. No, I'm not.
Yeah.
Someday I'll use this.
All right. Yeah. Well, all over it. Your ride is mostly uneventful. You do pass like 1 or 2 parts heading in the opposite direction, but after 3 hours, which means I think we're around 10 a.m. then, 10 or 11, you arrive at Dracinia.
This is a much larger
Capital,
map. It's
baby.
taking a long time to load.
It's a
Big thing.
co-capital, baby.
Go capital.
Oh, capital,
capital,
baby.
let's fucking go.
Off. We don't need a grid. This is not a battle map, so we don't need a grid.
I hope not.
Psych! It's an RTS now.
Oh no!
I
We have to tower
I begin
defense.
constructing villagers.
Yeah, but you have arrived at the
Build
north.
Must build a navy.
Build a navy.
It's not even water on this map.
There are the wells. You arrive at Dracinia. Dracinia is an incredibly large city. It is currently competing for the largest population with the other capital, Mavka. This city has a kind of a haphazard layout. There are several different districts. Originally, these districts were homes of the different races that built the city and then allied together. Northeast, you find the Centaur district. Southeast, you find the Loxodon district, and in the northwest, you will find the Minotaur district. The rest of the city is more or less just city as has been built. And on the far west side, you find the what would I call it? The judicial district and the trading district. You'll find various headquarters of the different tribes here, as well as some of the more wealthy families and their servants.
So, since I was trying to note that, it was northeast of Centaur, northwest is Minotaur,
Yes.
southeast is
Southeast
Loxodon?
is Loxodon, and everywhere else
And
is
then south, everywhere else?
everywhere else is more or less a mix. And to be fair, those places are also a mix now. That's just what they originally were, and times have just changed.
And then, so the southwest is where the
West, this whole
government
west.
buildings?
Yeah, west area is
the
more
whole west.
where, yeah, you can see they have room for days.
They do.
Yeah, in the center there is a park with a well that's notable as being the original well that sprung this settlement. There's a small church there, and in each of the special districts there's also the original wells from those settlements as well.
So remind me, where is Juniper's aunt live?
We don't know.
Do you know? I ask her.
I remember seeing it on the map, so I'd have to see something like that to at least kind of point it out. I know it wasn't in like, you know, a city or something. It's like their own like land, not like a, you know, king's land.
Gotcha. Well, I suppose. Let's see if we can find. So it's not in the city.
It is
what
not
she's saying.
Yeah, it's not in this.
Okay.
No, it's like she's like out in
Gotcha.
between the cities somewhere.
Gotcha. Well, let's see if we can find like perhaps a map maker. Or
I got an
someone who-
idea. Let's see. All of you roll me a perception.
Okay. Do I get any benefit from being from here?
I don't think it matters. Well,
Shit.
I mean, sure, I could give you like a +2 for being from here.
17 then.
17. All right. Well, I think those are all decent enough as you are all kind of just like, you know, walking the city absent-mindedly, probably heading towards the interior. You notice a library.
Ah, that is what I was hoping to find, actually.
Yeah, we have a library.
It's one of many problems.
Oh, are you from here? Like this town specifically? City, I suppose.
Yeah, I thought I guess I never clarified that. Yeah.
Oh, you have family around here?
Don't worry about it.
Okay.
No, yeah, there. Hey, look at that. You know they say fun isn't hard if you have a library card.
I have
Aster
heard
walks
that.
into the library.
Do you walk into the library wall or into the building?
The building.
Okay. Just making sure. It kind of sounded
yeah,
like
I'll also go to
Hester
the
just kind of
library.
walked into the wall for a second.
Let's see if we can find some like maps or reference documents or something in here.
Yeah, sure. And since you all rolled real decent perception, I'm just gonna give it to you. They're all real. You just use one of your other rolls, and you do, after searching for a bit, you do find a map of the Grasslands Confederation that's decently up to date. Doesn't have roads on it though, but it is a decent like location of where the cities are now.
So we're in which place now? Right now?
Dracinia.
We're in the lower left. Yeah, the far left.
You see the
She's gonna say it's on the fucking western or eastern tip of the goddamn continent. Isn't she?
no, she
That's
points
like
at it.
barely
It's-
grasslands.
Yeah, she points at it. It's like, oh, I think it's up here. She says, pointing like directly to northeast of Allah.
Which is the middle-y one there.
Yes, and they've got
Bottom.
names.
Yeah, it's labeled. I
So
see
it's
it.
like in between Allah and Borda, but like
it's
much closer to Allah.
It's. Let me think for a second.
No.
I don't have my stuff open, but it's not. It is closer to the coast. It's. She says, "Well, it's not on here, but there's a great deal of forest between Dracinia, where we are here, and Allah, and the like the manor or whatever they own is just on the other sides there, and they run an orchard there."
Oh, so it's right here. Aster points.
More, you get more or less close to where it is.
Yeah, actually, that's a good point. Aster can just, if he knows roughly where it is,
Honestly,
on a map, and someone describes it to him, he can
Because
just point it out.
You
I
have
am
background.
combining my powers of the player and Aster being from here to know that you're talking about this unmarked place with the
Yep.
rows of trees.
Yep. And also, because Aster has like this educated background, especially with trading stuff, I bet he knows the name of it or whatever. He knows the thing she's talking about.
Yes. I, the player, don't because it's unnamed on here. But,
I also don't, because I haven't named it yet.
but Aster will. He'll know.
Yeah. So as you were talking about this, Monk, who was with you, was like, well, that's all well and good, but I need to get going. I have to go to the legal man to see about actually getting my stuff certified for living and working here. You guys,
Boko, I have a question.
yes, absolutely.
Personally, is there anything Aster could like give to Manku that might like
Ooh,
make her process easier? Can I give her
that's
some
it.
sort of token or seal or something?
I think Aster, since he is the member of a wealthy family, a wealthy and important family, could act as like a sponsor or something like that, which would
Read her like a letter of introduction or
yeah, something along those lines. You could definitely give her something that would help her out.
Okay, excellent. Then Aster will offer that, but he's going to also try to simultaneously not explain at all.
Okay.
Because he thinks
He
he's
just
being
goes,
very
"This will help,"
clandestine.
and hands her a piece of paper.
And he's like, huh? So like when she says that, so if it's gonna be a letter, like when she
Yeah.
says that, Aster will be like, oh, if you give me just a few moments, I've got something that can help you with that, I think.
What?
And he pulls out one of his many pieces of parchment and an inkwell, and for once he has a writing surface that isn't like the ground.
It's a library.
And he starts writing, and then at the end, he like takes a nearby library candle and uses the wax to like add a seal to it, which he tries to do secretly, but he's not stealthy.
Does Aster just carry his stamp on him?
I'd assume he has some sort of signet. I guess I
Yeah.
never
Yeah.
technically
Well,
wrote it down, but I was just
I
one of
think-
the
I think that would be fun if your signet was on like one of your your star materials or whatever, like on your sextant or something else. Maybe
Yeah,
you
that'd
build
be
it
cool.
into one of your
The end of your
instruments.
yeah,
staff.
I like yeah,
End
I
of
just
your
like
staff.
added it to the like the sextant. So I just press part of the sextant into it, and I let the wax cool, and I hand it to her, and I say, well, hopefully that speeds up the process.
What is it?
Don't a letter from
Okay, I
me.
gotcha.
Yes, because I am local, so they would take what I say as trustworthy.
Gotcha. Thanks. She
Yes.
claps your shoulder with one of her big hands. You're a good one, she says, and she leaves.
We really appreciate your help thus far. I hope you have safe travels and are able to find work around here.
As she walks out, as she gives you a thumbs up as she walks out of the room, and it does like the freeze frame.
Oh no, her arc's over.
Who knows?
Why
Maybe
do I
it'll-
feel like we got more than? Why do I feel like we got like 33% less effective combat wise?
Well, because you've just lost 1/4 of your combat people. Yeah, so
I
she's
suppose
left
I'll just have to compensate.
with action shot. So yeah, so you have a general idea of where you're going, or what is your plan from here. Actually, Aster, I'm gonna point since we are talking about travel, I did write these down. Since you know like your general stuff, you know the
Yeah.
general travel times. On average, to go from Jacinia to Ala is 2 days on foot, 1 day on some form of transport. Ala to Makava is about 4 days walking, 2 days transport. All these places are connected with the major roads, just saying. And Mavka the Broda is 1.5 days or 1.5 days transport, 2 days walking. I'm wondering
Could you
if you guys want to figure
give
out.
those to me
Yes.
again, so I can record them? So
Okay.
you said Dracinia to Ala is 2 days walking.
Yeah. From Jacinia to Ala is 2 days on foot or 1 day on transport. From Ala to Mavka, which is the other capital, it'll be 4 days walking or 2 days on transport. And from Mavka to Borda, if you decide to go that route, would be 1.5 days transport or 2 days walking. And the place you are wanting to head is kind of this like sweet spot between Ala and Borda. It's just that you will have to go overland if you go that way. Technically, Borda gets you closer, but that's a longer route. So you have more or less have a choice of going from Jersini to Ala, then going overland for a longer bit, or going from Jersini to Ala to Mavka to Borda, then overland for a less amount of time.
Yeah.
I mean, honestly, I'm not in as much of a hurry as I was on the previous leg of our journey. I'm not so naive as to think the danger is past, but it certainly seems less present. Nothing has happened to us thus far.
An explosion occurs.
The librarian has a red glow in their eyes as they come.
Oh, nah. Well, if we can take a transport from here to Ala, that's 1 day. And then we may be able to just set off north from Ala. It's quite a distance over land, but it's the most direct without running through too many cities.
Yeah, you probably go due northeast from Ala, probably
It'd be like, what,
day to 2 days.
2 days?
Day to 2 days, I would assume.
Yeah, so that would be about at most should be 3 days travel.
Yeah.
Which isn't too bad. I think it's at least the most direct path without getting mixed up going to different cities. That's probably
like a good
Aster's
plan to me.
suggestion.
It sounds like a plan to me. You know the area better than us, so.
Yeah, it's basically just how much we want to minimize our time, but the thing is they're so in the middle of the cities anyways that we're gonna need probably a day or two of foot travel no matter what off the road. Now the real question is if we want to try to take land transport to Ala or see if we can get a ship that's going there. I suppose it's pretty similar either way. I guess it's just a travel preference from anyone in the group.
You probably know that there's not like a ton of ships going there. There are ships going out from Ala because it is a fishing village because it is near the Great Falls, so there is a fishing economy there, but there's not actual like travel to there that often. It's like even like Dracinia itself isn't even like on the coast. It's kind of close, but it's not like directly on it.
Sure.
But largely the choice is ship or not a ship?
Largely, the choice
It'd be
is
easier to
walking
just take a land vehicle. Or
Yeah, we'll
walk.
just
I would prefer not
could
to
just-
go by water. Not the
Well,
game.
great, because it's hard to do that anyways. I'm not even
Oh,
sure
okay.
why I suggested it. I must have forgotten for a second. But,
It happens.
we can probably just go rent space or find a shuttle, something like that. At least so we don't have to walk that distance.
That sounds all right to me. Sound like a plan to you guys? I ask the NPCs.
Goldie and the princess nod like, yeah, sounds like we're almost there.
Alright, great.
We'll get you there in no time.
We could
Just
probably
think
try
by
to
this
find-
time next week you should be safe and sound in a new home.
Oh boy.
Yeah, why would you give us flags, Steven? And then I can retire, I say, confident.
And my
I mean-
birthday is coming up.
And my wife is finally getting out of the hospital.
And I'm pregnant.
So then the other thing Aster will say is, well, it's also only about, just nearing on midday here, so we may still be able to find transport leaving for today, if we'd
That's
like
true.
to. If there's not a reason we need to stay in the city. And Aster sort of doesn't make eye contact when he says that part.
Well, I mean, I don't really have a preference one way or the other. But are you sure there's nothing you'd rather do? How long have you been away from home? I mean, as long as we're passing through, we don't have to stay or anything.
You know what? It hasn't been very long. It was like probably not even a week. So so they probably barely even know that I'm gone. We wouldn't want to bother them.
I get the sense that Aster doesn't want to see his family.
Aster is overly nervous of how his family will react to him essentially running away from home.
Despite the fact that he's like an adult.
Not in Luxodon years, really. Well, he is.
Ah.
He's an adult, but Luxodons don't view someone as like mature until they're 60.
Ah, I see.
So he's only 42.
Only.
Well,
Only.
I suppose if you don't have anywhere in particular you want to stop, I mean, we're just passing through.
Well,
We can always come back once the job's done.
yeah. Yeah, once I've done something worth telling them, that's probably good.
We've already. I think about that sentence before I finish it. Never mind.
Yeah.
In some eyes, in some circles we've done a kidnapping.
Yeah, so far I've really just gone on a wanted poster and
You're famous now.
that wouldn't be good for you.
In fairness, that could be any Luxodon.
That's true. It wasn't a very close
It wasn't very flattering, I must say.
No.
At
But
least
yeah, it's
yours
fine.
looked humanoid.
That's true. You sort of did look like just an object.
like a fire hydrant.
Yeah, but that's probably fine. I mean, my family's not even important, so.
What does that have to do with anything?
Do you also fail that deception check?
Yes. It is clear Aster is lying about every part of this.
Well, I don't want to pry, so if you don't want to see your family for whatever reason, I
And
won't-
yet you
I
always look
won't
at your
push you.
crowbar.
The Ronin gets somewhat sad about not being able to use his crowbar.
Aw.
Get it as a
I
pride
spent all
party.
of my money on that crowbar.
You know what? Aster does have an idea though.
Yeah.
I assume in a city of this size, Boca, there's probably some form of like couriers
Yeah.
that like run around with letters?
Yeah, you can find
Maybe
a
he
page
should
or
send
whatever.
one of those quick,
Yeah,
just so they
sure.
know he's not like dead.
Yeah, go for it. You can definitely do that.
Indistinct.
Don't believe
though.
anything you've heard from the north. It's all
It's all
lies.
bunk.
No, he'll be very
Lies and
he'll
buckles.
pen it and it'll be very short and he'll just be like
It's me.
and he like hunches over it so no one can read it.
Mama.
But he's basically just like he starts off with to whom it may concern, which is probably not the best opener, but he's nervous.
Fair enough.
And then he basically is just like I'm good.
I am good.
Everything's fine.
How are you?
Hopefully- How are you? I am not in direct danger. Yep.
Yup.
He writes yep in the letter.
Nice.
I
Based.
will be home
for
eventually.
Christmas.
Don't be mad. Lots of love, Aster.
Aw.
He shoves it in a letter. He's gonna go try to flag down a courier.
Yeah, you as you step out the door, you notice there's a few couriers running about. You spot a herring gun, who's he's really booking it, but he sees you waving and he slows down a bit. He's like,
Excuse me, sir.
What's up, mister?
Hi, I would like a letter delivered to the. And he leans in and like looks around nervously. He's like, the Low Shield residence.
Okay, that's 1 copper for delivery.
Okay, I hand him 2 copper as a tip.
Thanks, mister. I appreciate the gratuity.
Oh, no problem.
And as you were saying, no problem. He's already gone.
Wow.
I've been looking for you. Got something I'm supposed to deliver.
Your hands only. Ah, they're opening up a museum in Dawnstar.
Nope. Sorry. Nothing.
Alright, Aster feels a lot better. We should get out of town before that letter hits the destination.
Why? Did it have a bomb in it?
No, but listen, I know I've been keeping it a delicate secret that no one has been able to detect so far, but I didn't tell
Can the
my
Ronin and I
family.
say simultaneously, you don't want to see your family?
Uh-huh.
Aster's aghast by this. You have an incredible insight.
Insight's not a stat in this game.
You have an.
It actually is.
It
+1.
actually is this time. If we were in another world, I may be able to say you had great sense motive. But yeah,
No, listen, I'm not.
I didn't actually exactly tell my family that I was leaving. So they probably would be cool, but they might be mad at me a little bit. And that's as much as I'm gonna get into it now.
All right. Well, I mean,
But we should go find that shuttle and
I've had
shuttle off.
Aster
So let's go.
reassuringly on the bag. It'll be okay.
Alright,
I'm sure they'll understand one day.
Aster knows that there is like a travel service that runs out of here. It is not a public transport because the government only really funds the public transport between here and Aloja and like within the city. They can't really afford to fund like day-long public transport for free.
Right.
that's fair. That's fair.
Yeah, so you know there is a transport hub out of here that you could probably see about booking passage to Ala on.
Yeah, I will point that out then.
I'm just following Aster now at
Yeah,
this point.
I'll basically say like, yep, I know where they run the shuttles to Ala, so you'll just follow me and I lead them there.
We do that.
Confidently.
All right. Yeah, you enter.
Unless I see one of my family members, in which I am no longer confident. My confidence evaporates like the morning dew.
I'm thinking of it like I'm looking at your route from. I'm saying you're like probably around here. Then you go down and then out this road. So you probably won't.
Yeah, I was gonna
see
say
anybody.
very not east. So That's
Yeah.
good. Or, not west, I meant.
You'd have more trouble if you were over here, especially here.
Yeah, we wouldn't wanna. Aster dodges his family for the next 30 years.
Dude,
He
too
shows
real.
he shows up in town just to send them letters and then books it.
There's something super impersonal about coming to the town they live in to send the letters instead of just sending them
Right?
from a different town.
Yeah,
Send a
get to
letter
'em quicker
from
that way.
anywhere.
It's smart. That's smart.
Well,
That's
it's-
smart.
Yeah, so you arrive at, let me think, Grummond Transport. You open the door and there's a dwarf sitting behind a counter with and with a little name thing in front of him saying Grummond.
Makes sense.
Oh, that's the guy.
Hello, can I help you? My
Hello.
Grummond.
Greetings.
Yes,
Hello.
we are trying to get passage for 5 to Allah.
5 to Allah, 5 to Allah. Me do some little maths here. See, that's carry the 3 thing times 4 plus 1.
What?
Alright, let's see. We're gonna say 3 silver per seat.
Okay, so 15 silver.
It's 15 silver.
Then
So
Aster
half
will.
for the ones of you who don't maths.
Then Aster will hand. We'll have to hand 2 gold, but then get his
Break
equivalent
the
change.
second one. Yeah.
Yeah. So
Alright,
he'll
here's
get back
your
5 silver.
Here's your change. And
Thank you.
here's your tickets. Let's see, what time
Okay.
are you looking to leave? We've got my mead.
In character.
He rubs his mouth with his big beard. Let's see, when are you looking to get out? We got something later tonight, something tomorrow, midday tomorrow, late tomorrow.
Today would probably be good.
Today. Let's see. He looks at his sundial.
Where
Aren't we indoors?
There's a window.
There's a window that points specifically at the sundial.
Yes, it's the sundial window.
I see.
That's ingenious. I'm so jealous of that.
Thank you, my son designed it.
Sundial.
Your son's dial, you could say.
Brummus
I don't get
frowns
it.
at you.
Okay, I thought it was pretty funny.
Shakes his head. Right.
Hmm.
I can get you into this one. Leaves at 7.
Okay, that would be
Let's
fine. I
see
think.
here. Here you go. Hands over the 5 tickets.
I pass out the tickets.
I take it. I eat it.
Oh no.
No, wait.
No, I don't. I don't.
No, wait, no.
You owe me 5 silver.
Oh, no.
The 5 silver is the exact amount of silver that I still have. I put it in a pocket or whatever.
Alright.
We've all got a ticket to ride.
Right, and I guess you head outside, and I think
Yeah,
that's
take
where
it
we'll end
away.
it for tonight. Hey everyone, thanks for watching. We'll see you back next week for more, probably, and also we'll also be back tomorrow, probably, for whatever Soups decides to do. Thanks for watching. We will see you then. Bye.
Bye.